we witnessed in the recent time, pandemic has affected and caused, unfortunately, passing away of 3.5% of the infected people. If we go to the economy, how much percentage of the companies will survive this pandemic? Question I would like to put to our president, Dr. Richard Jens, and he's also the vice president of the Austrian Federal Chamber of Economy.
I believe that you hear me? You hear me? Yeah. I mean, Mr. Leitl is much more experienced because he has the European overview on that issue. But there are some sectors which are really in a very, very bad shape, and they will not recover very soon. The other businesses, some other businesses are doing quite well, and I believe that the situation will improve, no doubt. But the problem is the internationality of the business. You need partners in Europe, worldwide, to do some business as usual. The problem is that the pandemic issue is a global threat. And in my view, what the other said, the cooperation would be very useful, and some countries have to learn from the best. If you look at the United States and Brazil, the government didn't take it very serious, this issue, and that's the great problem. And the US are a very important business partner for Austria, for instance, and for Europe as a whole. And you cannot work together with them in this situation like that. Brasilia is also in a very bad shape, and the problem is also that the flight connections are cancelled. It will take half a month, 1 month, 2 months. Today I saw a list of airports when they will open, and some will open mid of July. So that means the business is suffering from this situation. So I believe that, I don't know, but 60% of the business will recover relatively soon, but 40%, and a great part of this 40% is the tourism. This part will suffer 1 year at least 1 year, if not 2 years. So that's my guess. It's not easy to estimate, but it's my guess.
Maybe Dr. Leitl, we could have an update also, related updates to the companies who are not able to survive this pandemic afterwards on the European level. Could you give us, do you have some statistics about those figures on the European level?
I can't mention any figures because they are only estimations, and which figure you always mention, it's too high. If you are telling so and so many will not survive, you are creating fears. What we need is creating hopes. And that's the role of the chambers. What can we do? Motivate the customers, the employees, and the entrepreneurs, and show them a way out of the crisis. And there were 3 key words: Mr. Hanafi stressed the word openness. Yes, openness, not restrictions, not protectionism, openness. The second word was the word demand. Yes, demand is the real root of the crisis. And the third one, we stressed it sometimes today, cooperation. And we should drive it to the B20 and G20. And I rely on our Arabic friends by being the driving force for that. What we can expect on European level? Yes, Mr. Schenz was mentioning it. Tourism is very strong affected, and it doesn't matter when the borders are going up and when the airplanes are connecting different points. It's the question, do people want to go? Are they ready to do? In times of uncertainty, they normally are reluctant. They wait and see. It's normal. And once again, it's our task to motivate them. The second part of influenced sector is the personal services. They nearly fell down with their turnovers about 100%. How to help them? How to do that? Will they go bankrupt or will they have a rescue ring? It's up to the national activities. And the third one, and I want to draw your attention to that, I think industry is following. It will follow in autumn this year or in the first quarter next year, because after, if there are not additional value chains and not enough demand, industry will not recover. Industry will decrease and not increase. And that we should keep in mind. How to help industry, because industry is a very essential sector for all of us, and therefore also for the chamber system. And the chambers should do a quick analysis, a forecast about 6 or 9 months, asking industrial leaders what they are thinking and what they need to have an environment of trust and confidence. And that's our task, not only to demand by the officials, not only demand by the G20 leaders, but also tell them what we are doing and how we are doing to help, because it's a common crisis and we all are responsible in this common crisis around the world.